Today we're going to take a stroll through the Proven Winner Signature Garden. The Firelight Tidbit are looking amazing. Also, while we're taking a stroll, I'm going to show you a new addition to this beautiful garden. Let's go ahead and take a walk through the garden. Hi, I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings, and there's just something about the late summer garden that has a unique look, different than that in the spring. In the spring, you're welcoming all the awakening of the garden, and in the fall, you're just enjoying. And in the late summer, you're just enjoying every last minute that it has to offer. Off in the background is the Quick Fire Fab Hydrangea, looking fabulous. Loving it with these beautiful Rudbeckia. Rudbeckia just have that very iconic fall feel to them. So I mentioned we have a new addition here in the garden, and that is these beautiful Adirondack chairs from the Lue Bona company. So they sent these to me to try out, and I am absolutely loving the style and the look of them here in the garden. They're fold-up chairs, so you can have them setting out, or they fold up nicely for easy storage. Cool little cup holders so you can sit out in the evening and enjoy your garden and have a place to set your favorite drink. Let's take a quick look at the assembly of these. So easy to put together. Took us about 22 minutes in total, and now they're ready to enjoy out here in our beautiful gardens. Information on the Adirondack chairs from the Lue Bona company, we will put their website below along with a discount code for 15% off your purchase. The code is Heidi15. They have so many great colors and styles in this plywood furniture that I'm sure there's going to be something that would fit perfectly into your landscape and garden decor. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Firelight Tidbit hydrangeas now. So Firelight Tidbit is a very compact blooming hydrangea, beautiful transition of color. It starts off a nice white, and as the flowers age, they turn to a beautiful bright pink. So you can see the transition is happening right now with the Firelight Tidbit, and they are taking on the pink hues. They're going to continue to age and get even more intense pink or red as we go over the next few weeks or so. I love the Firelight Tidbit because they're such a compact blooming hydrangea. It only gets about 3 foot tall and 3 foot wide, so perfect for even in the smallest of gardens or in container plantings. We have it paired in this garden with the candy corn spirea, which put on excellent early season color, and then they flower midsummer. And even when they're not in flower, the candy corn spirea has some beautiful foliage going on. And then for our consistent splash of color in this garden bed, we have the Supertunia Saffron Finch and the Supertunia Vista Jazzberry. I think those look very complementary with the Firelight Tidbits. Making our way around through the garden, some of the other things that are blooming right now are the Stokesia. Here we have the Stokesia or Stokes Aster. These are a nice late season, kind of usually beginning of August, they'll start blooming, and then they'll go into the fall. Beautiful mounding habit, only about 18 inches tall or so, with bright, intense purple blooms. Some of the other beautiful things that are blooming right now, we've got Aelia. It's on its second bloom cycle. Let's go in and take a closer look. So Aelia is a drought-tolerant perennial. Usually starts blooming around beginning of June or so. We gave this a light trim. It's the Firefly Red Pop, and it's back to blooming again. So if you need a drought-tolerant selection, this would be an excellent choice. We've got some milkweed that is blooming and also putting on seed pods. This is the Hairy Balls variety. And look at the beautiful white flowers. And as those flowers, oh, look at the pollinator on it. As those flowers continue to age, they create seed pods that look like chartreuse looking little balls. And these are so pretty because this can be used not only, in the garden for added interest, but this also can be used for cut flower or cut arrangements. It just adds some interesting look and texture to them. The butterfly bush are looking amazing. These are the Pugster Blue butterfly bush. So we have a grouping here of 3 of them with a deep, dark purple blue blooms. So fragrant. As I stand here, I wish video would have that scratch and sniff option, because it is just absolutely so breathtaking, the scent that I'm getting in the garden. I think that's one important thing when you're doing gardening too, is like, you know, the senses, thinking about all the senses that you can use, your sight, your smell, if you're planting things to eat, even taste, and listening to some plants blow in the breeze. That lets you use your ears for hearing. We've got the totem pole grass, which is excellent for fall interest. I love the plumes on the totem pole. Thick blades add some nice upright structure into the garden. The proudberry is got its berries going right now, and this is another unique shrub in the garden. Look at those beautiful pink berries. This is a great pollinator plant as well. If you're looking to add just something kind of different and unique in the garden, this proudberry is definitely going to check boxes for that. These berries will last into the winter, so adding color not only here to your late summer garden, but extending that color into the winter as well. We've got the hibiscus that are looking fabulous. So Summerific Week was a few weeks back, and the hardy hibiscus are continuing to put on a magnificent show. Here we have Holy Grail with that deep dark black foliage and the bright red blooms. This is definitely the plant that makes the neighbors turn their head because of the just sheer size of all of the flowers. Holy Grail likes to be planted in a full sun location. The more sun it gets, the deeper, darker the foliage will be on the plant. If you plant it in a part shade location, you'll notice it's going to be more of an olivey or not near as intense black to that foliage color. Also in this garden, thinking forward to winter, we have the Cornus Arctic Fire. So this time of year, Cornus Arctic Fire really doesn't have much to show for itself besides just a nice green plant. But in the winter, as all of these leaves fall off, it's going to leave us with some intense red twigs. And these red twigs I use in my winter porch pots. So sometimes you got to think about, how is a shrub going to work for me? Maybe not in the current season, but in seasons to come. So this one really finds its time to shine in the winter once all the leaves have dropped and it remains with the bright red twigs. Likewise is a yellow twig dogwood, which when it loses all of its leaves, beautiful yellow twigs will remain. So right now they're looking a little bit green, but as the winter goes on, as it gets cooler, the yellowness is going to pop on that plant. So these we planted at the back of the garden because they really aren't too showy in prime season, but when I need to get out in the garden and get those twigs trimmed, they're here and ready for me. Another Holy Grail hibiscus, just looking fabulous. The monarchs have been going crazy in the gardens lately. We've recently released a couple hundred from our butterfly house here at Garden Crossings. If you're ever in the area, stop by and check it out. So when we release them, a lot of times they'll stick around in the garden, so it's so fun to watch as they're kind of flitting and fluttering around from plant to plant. We're back to the Quickfire Fab hydrangea. Look at that fabulous fall color. We have it paired here with more of that Supertunia Vista Jazzberry and the Coral Craze Coneflower, giving this a beautiful late summer look in the garden. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Be sure to check out the link to the Lue Bona company and use the code Heidi15 to save 15% off your first order. Thanks for watching. I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings.